It's been a while.
Oh, we started.
We started.
A long while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
But that's okay, because it means we've been busy. Welcome back to the A to Z of AV with Command AV. Today we are discussing the letter U, which stands for
User interfaces. Beep, boop, boop.
Explain to me in as few words as possible, what is a user interface?
I would say it's a interface that a user uses.
I agree, that sums it up.
It's the bridge between the technology and the backbone of a system and the user. So it enables the user to control all of the devices, essentially control their home in a simple way.
TVs, audio systems, gates, AtoZ cameras, they can do this and that and zoom in, and many other things, all controlled through a user interface.
What type of user interfaces are there?
Software user interfaces like what you find on touch panels, mobile apps and touchscreen remotes. What's the other type of user interface?
Hard remotes?
Hard remotes. Hardware user interfaces, yeah. Remotes, keypads. It explains the two types of user interfaces. You get the staffed and distinct. So let's talk pros and cons of software and hardware user interfaces. If I say to you keypad on the wall, what comes to mind?
Reliable.
Tactile.
No software to deal with. Software, you don't have to navigate through things. It's with a keypad, it's you push the button and the button does that one thing that you set it up to do.
As a con, I suppose, it's not always the prettiest thing because it doesn't change, it doesn't adapt. It is just what it is, so like a remote control or a keypad, etc. Whereas a software user interface is the exact opposite. Okay, yeah, they're reliable, provided the back end of the system, the network is up and running and working.
But often with software user interfaces, you have firmware updates and things that occasionally can go wrong.
That's only Crestron, so the same doesn't apply to like Control 4, Savant, RTI, anything other than Crestron basically.
You can also differentiate between fixed user interfaces and movable mobile user interfaces. So touch panels that are fixed in the wall or keypads, they're not movable. Benefit of that is that they generally control one area and you go to that device to control the area, whereas the mobile apps you flick through menus to find what room you're in, etc.
There's very few instances where you would actually have one central, say, touch panel on the wall to go control many things. But yeah, that's where like an app on the phone comes in handy, because you expect it to be able to jump around between all the different zones and rooms, etc., and control many things.
That's user interfaces in a nutshell. I'm in a nutshell. Good thing to know about the keypads in it, a keypad user interface in a smart home system, is that it's not just for lighting. So where most people walk into a room and expect to be able to push one button and lights, yeah, you can do that. But you can also set up these as fully fledged user interfaces in that you can have a button that turns on the music or turns on your TV or pulls your blinds down.
Well, yeah, one good example of that is a keypad that controls lights, turns on the aircon and controls the blinds in one room, as we saw earlier today.
Yeah.
We don't have an example here, but just believe us.
That was the chair.
Sure. Well, I think that kind of wraps up for user interfaces. They're a bit boring, really.
I mean, they shouldn't be. They're like the main thing that a client looks at and thinks, wow, that's really cool. But when we describe them, it's your doorway into your smart home. That's user interfaces. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video where
we talk about
the
letter
V,
which
stands
for
video
distribution.